Hey guys, Ryan here from Indy Wrestling School, and if you're a pro wrestler, here's why you need to be listening to your referees. Coming up. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing below. We put out new videos every single week. A generation or two before me, every referee that came through the business needed to have actual professional wrestling training. I don't know that that's still the case, but I was lucky enough that when I was actively wrestling, all the guys that were refereeing my matches, or a majority of them, had been in the ring and had actual in-ring experience. And the reason I say it's important to get feedback from these guys and talk to them and listen to them is because they're in the ring for every single match, or at least half or a third of every single match on every single show that they work. So they're not just seeing your match show after show, they're comparing your match to every other match on that card. And they've been in the ring with legends, newcomers, independent veterans, everybody up and down the entire gamut of the pro wrestling spectrum. And 9 times out of 10, they're one of the busiest people on the show because they have so much going on. A lot of times, even the matches they're not in, they're still watching for cues and to see what they need to do, or if they need to do a run-in or something like that. So those guys and girls are literally watching the entire show, and they can tell you where you fall short or where you're excelling. Now, again, I was fortunate enough to come up with guys like Mike Keener and John Finnegan, who are just two of the nicest guys, but also brutally honest. They'll tell you when something's not good. They'll tell you when something doesn't look right. Because so many times as wrestlers, everybody wants to hear what they did well, right? But I feel you learn a lot more from something you did poorly. And you learn a lot more from negative feedback, if we're going to call it that, than you do from somebody just telling you, oh yeah, everything you did was great. You can't improve if everything you're doing is great. You need to know the specifics. Hey, when you grab that headlock here, what you should have done is X, Y, and Z. When you hit the ropes here, what you should have done was... And all that stuff is so invaluable and so important when you're coming up as a wrestler. All the little nuances and the little details that those guys notice and they see. It's just so important. You've heard a million times that the referee is the third man in the ring, and it's so true. You're using them to call spots. You're using them to convey your message to the other wrestler, and they're using the information they're getting from the promoter or the booker to make sure you're keeping your time and keeping track of everything. They're invaluable to the show, and you can learn some great lessons from them. So what do you think? Have you ever interacted with any referees? Have you ever gotten any advice from any referees on the independent scene? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you like this video, beat the out of the like button, and we'll see you next week right here on Indy Wrestling School.